All right, it's time to talk a little entertainment. With an A-list cast, Triple Frontier. It's an action thriller heist flick set in the jungles of South America. Here's the goal: capturing $75 million from a dangerous drug lord. But in this case, it's not just about the robbery, it's about the getaway. And did I mention that the robbers are United States veterans?
What we are about to do is criminal. If we do our job right, we will be committing one murder and one armed robbery. You guys need to own the fact that you are desecrating most of the oaths you ever took.
Triple Frontier focuses on 5 former special operatives struggling to make ends meet when they reunite to plan a dangerous mission for themselves instead of their country. Its star-studded cast includes Ben Affleck and Oscar Isaac. I understand this has been in the works for 10 years. It's finally happening. What are your feelings on it finally being here?
It's really exciting. I mean, you know, it's one of the things about the movie business in general is projects tend to just take a long time to develop and germinate. And I've been a part of a lot of movies, sometimes from the beginning, sometimes just jumping on the train right when it's about to leave the station, and everyone goes, you know, we've been doing this for a long time, and you're kind of like, great, you know.
Just take the credit.
Ultimately, you got to make the movie work and you make it good. And but it's really exciting to be with people who are obviously really committed to doing it, and you know, grateful to Netflix that they made it, and it was exciting to work with these guys.
JC's a buddy of mine, so I was kind of. I watched a lot of the heartache for the last couple of years of him almost making it and then not quite making it, and the fact that ultimately it ended up working out that my time had freed up, and then he had asked me to do it, and that was exciting to be the guy that jumped in at the end on the train.
That's the best way to do it. None of the pain, all the payoff.
Academy Award nominee director J.C. Chandler says he's also ready to show off the years of hard work.
When you actually get to realize that the work was sort of worthwhile and share it with an audience, it's fun. And so I hope everyone else is. I'm just excited that people get to see the thing finally, because we've been talking about it for long enough.
Triple Frontier is full of breathtaking scenery and high action as these veterans rob a South American drug lord. Along with Ben Affleck and Oscar Isaac, Triple Frontier also stars Charlie Hunnam and Garrett Hedlund, who play brothers. There is an overwhelming theme of brotherhood in the movie, but you two actually play brothers. So fill me in on any bonding moments, maybe on set or off set, to help create that brotherly chemistry.
Well, luckily for us, we had 15 years of bonding before this. You know, we've been very, very dear friends for many years, and it almost prevented one of us from getting this role, because JC had met us both, knew us both, and was looking at us independently for these 2 separate roles, but they weren't brothers. And then he had this sort of eureka moment where he just had the idea to make us brothers, and he could hire us both.
Now, you two are no strangers to action movies. Talk to me about the training that went into this, because I imagine it might be a little different than Batman.
You know, this was different from anything I'd ever done. You know, it was because it was so grounded in reality, in a specific group of people who did a very specific thing, and they were available to talk to us about it. Not only talk to us about it, but train us ahead of time and follow through. They cared so much that we get it right.
I think it's the first film I've ever been on where 5 adults have to go do swimming lessons together at the beach.
Right. That's right. That was a fateful day. Didn't know there was a paparazzi there, and we were, you know, just frolicking in the sand in our swimming shorts.
How sweet, though. So did you make sand castles while you were at it?
No, we did more. It was more like wrestling and applying sunscreen to each other's backs and stuff like that. It all looked a little bit suspicious in the photographs afterwards, but it was all innocent fun. He's a handsome guy, you know. What am I supposed to do? I'm only human.
More importantly, we started off right away.
Blush.
Yeah,
with
I noticed that. It's even more becoming. Sorry.
With a lot of tactical work because of all the military operations in this. We went to the desert very early on and worked with a lot of SEALs and special forces to sort of not only learn the tricks of the trade, but also have us all out there together and get to know each other and trust one another.
I did a lot of training in this hyperbolic chamber that would
Hyperbaric.
Hyperbaric, not hyperbolic. That's right. That's what I need. Juicing it up. The hyperbaric chamber where they would mimic the high altitude, 13,000 feet, which is what we were shooting in.
The action thriller will keep you on the edge of your seat. but it also highlights issues of PTSD and difficulties military veterans currently face.
There's a necessity and a responsibility if you're going to tell stories about soldiers in contemporary America to actually look at it seriously and take the subject matter seriously and try to find some sort of truth in it. And I think JC did a really nice job of balancing the action and some substance and some truth to the journey of these guys.
It's a complicated movie. There are a lot of messages. One of the things I heard somebody say about movies that I thought was really interesting is like good ones you don't just necessarily look at, but you kind of look through like a telescope. And this is a morality story, and it's interesting to sort of take your own life and project this idea of like, what would I do? How would I fare under these kinds of pressures, these kinds of complications?